Hello, you archaeologists. I'm the John Shook. I'm having a Heathen Moon adventure. And, well, these teleporters, aren't we? We're doing stuff here, but it's separated by, like, it's one area separated by 3 fucking loading screens. I've been, I wanted a nudge at the end of last night, which I shouldn't have, but, like, the nudge I got was like, you maybe look up there again rather than down there. Just like, maybe just look around. And that's all I was willing to, like, okay, fair enough. But like, even that's slightly too much, to be honest. The thing is, this is a location I haven't really explored compared to like the start of the game where I went back and forth like 100 times. So yeah, investigating the tower is a sensible idea. Yeah. Get in that tram. Grab myself a can of Pepsi cream soda. I think I did look at everything, but so it's coming. I don't think it actually makes a difference what this is set on now. That's off. That was like this. Was it? It probably doesn't do anything anymore. There was a flaw with airships making the connection between Celios and Menra. Even if I enjoyed the trip from one planet to another, it was way too long and the airships were too vulnerable to bad weather, so I decided to find a way to adapt the teleportation system so that it can be used for travel between Celios and Menra while keeping the same transport capacity for the airships. The invention of the Ations saved the problem. They work the same as the teleporter, but their orientation mechanism is embedded and destination coordinates are stored in an activation key. The Ations also require power to operate. The power supplied by the teleporter circuit insufficient for an Ation, so the electric cannon must be used. Okay. So we're trying to get... Oh. Fair enough. Can I take it back? What have I done exactly? Where did I get the second key? No. How did I not see this before? Okay, no, we want the teleporter and the light on. Do you go up further? Okay, so we'll try and go to the bottom. Was that only because I had the gas in the right place? There might be something out here. So, yes. Okay, fair enough. The thing, I just needed to spot a fairly obvious keyhole. I'm really curious of how I missed that, or if I just happened to have the gas on the right sections. Ooh, that's the Ation, isn't it? Ooh, hang on. Where did all this come from? Where did you pop up from? Where did you come from? Alright, so the good news is I can walk across here now. Okay, so the key brought you up? That makes sense. Ooh. I love gold! Ah! So that other place is Nation as well. Since the end of the construction of the facilities, I've spent much more time on Celios. I feel much more safe and free here. I bought everything I need. I've got all the equipment necessary to conduct new experiments, and my library contains all of Menra's knowledge, letting me enjoy hours of peaceful studying. I began research on the cosmos that wish one to explore, and I spent a lot of time scrutinizing space with a telescope. I think I've discovered a zone with interesting properties, a place possibly uninfluenced by time. Maybe I could get there someday after some modification to my teleportation system. Unfortunately, new events Menra turned me away from this at work. After that, I decided to settle down here and indefinitely? I think it's supposed to say indefinitely, and bring all my remaining belongings, including my stock of gold. Not so long after that, I feared what I feared the most happened. Menra was destroyed, and I was the only survivor of this madness. Ooh! Where's my phone? I only need the cannon, to be honest, but... I mean, it's a good thing that I left the stream when I did, because I needed to sleep and go to work the next day. But I was literally a keyhole away from progression. Cool. Okay, so I still don't understand what's going on with the water. Oh! Did I happen to have that in the right place then? Oh, that was really lucky. How was I supposed to know that was the correct one? Because it could have been there. So I'm assuming I tried that keyhole before, but it wasn't there, it was there? I'm not super keen on this puzzle because you have to get from this device to that keyhole is 3 loading screens. And I don't know about you, but I'm the sort of guy that when I walk into the kitchen, I forget why I walked into the kitchen. I'll be like, right, I need to grab a cloth, I need to clean this up. And I'll walk into the kitchen and I'll make myself a cup of tea. And I'll come back and I'll be like, no, I wanted the cloth. Why do I have a cup of tea on me? Because, like, I don't know, something about that threshold just makes me just like, you're in a new room. You serve a new purpose now. I know that has a name and I'm not saying it out loud, but like, that's quite, I know this is all technically the same area, but it's a distance is what I'm getting at. Okay, I guess, what the fuck did this do then? Anyway, am I allowed to return? Uh, 317. Is our life now? Bought a board game, Splendid Duel, it was 20 quid. Maybe I'll get to play it someday. What was that one? Did I read the note? So I'm going to go back. I'm not sure I actually read the note. I'm enjoying myself. Feeling lonely and desperate, I then decided to modify the steerable teleporter so it can survey space and search for other worlds. It might take years for the device to test all the possible coordinates. It's my only hope. Yesterday evening I heard this strange noise coming from the ocean, and once again I saw bright lights on the horizon and vanished after a brief amount of time. Tomorrow I'll equip the exploration boat, try and go where I saw the lights. Okay. I have no idea how I just straight up didn't read that note. There's some gold. I hear that Final Fantasy VII is now being released on Xbox and Switch 2, the remake. It's not really the news I wanted to hear, but I guess what they want to do is they want to like release the games in a cascade. So they'll do 1, then 2, and like, oh, 3's coming out. Right. To the cannon. Oh. The way direction we approached. Where are we? That lift. That lift is going downstairs. Let's explore this way. 3, 4. 4. Okay. It's cold and sweat. Down? Up? Hey, I used another key. Ooh. Yeah, I saw it this time. Okay, so we've got enough power, but one of them's broken again. Okay. Oh, it's not set up. No. It has stopped fluctuating. Cool. Cool, it's just the first one again. Lovely. That one can't be moved. There we go. We powered the cannon. Go up the ziggurat lickety split. Okay, I've gotten way better at identifying these fucking doors. Why was it? I'm going to take a photo of that number. We have, as far as I know, two Ation spheres. one at the house and one at the lab. So let's send the power to the lab first. We've been spinning for a while. Oh, it's 2 doors. I cannot tell if... Okay, to the lab. Oh, cup of tea. I don't know if the numbers are the same. I'm assuming they are. Is this also an Ation sphere? Because it's got one of those things. I'm not allowed to place it in there. To the lab, please. It's got a little electrical thing to collect power, so I'll know pretty quickly. This is the Ation sphere. I recognise it now. You didn't shunt it out. Fuck yeah! We're in space now. Should I have gone to the other one? What's left of my civilization is now in your hands. I thank you for saving it. My civilization, which vanished in chaos, made the mistake of forgetting the value of treasure contained here. Hope my story will help you avoid making the same mistake. Oh! I was literally at the end of the game. But what about the other Ation sphere? What was the water level for? That was Haven Moon. I'm gonna have to glue this together, aren't I? Man, I was right at the end. Oh, hey, I'm gonna turn the game off and on. I just want to check some things. I think I might have just stupidly locked out on that. Oh, hang on. It's just gonna load. It's fine. Can I... What happens if I go to the other one? So, we go to the, there. What am I doing? Yeah, sure. We go to the cannon. And instead of shooting it to the lab... What's 13520? I've got to check out... Hang on. Sorry, I've changed my mind. I want to check out that number. And 135. Okay. Why was it set for that number? I've got a photograph, it's the right number. Okay, we'll go to the cannon. We're going to send it to the house. Maybe it doesn't matter which one you send it to. You just get the ending regardless. You've sent a sphere into space. Okay. 028. .055. I wasn't keen on that tea. Too much milk, I think. Too much milk. Yeah, I've got to wait. Right, this time I'm going to steal all his fucking gold! Is this the bad ending then? Do we think this is the bad ending? I was supposed to do that. Oh no! Where's all the... Oh, the gold is still here. Chaos and desolation. Here is what's left of Menra. How was I supposed to know which one went to where? Can I go back? And there we go. It turns out I was at the end of the game. Fair enough. I enjoyed Haven Moon. I wish that I was a tiny bit more patient with it when it needed a tiny bit more patience. It is not as long as a Myst or even Quern. And it sort of leans mostly into being... There's different types of puzzles in these sorts of games, and this one sort of leaned mostly into being a sort of what I call a poorly labelled machine, which is sometimes like an individual puzzle, right? Where you find a machine and you're like, oh, what does this one do? But the entire island is a poorly labelled machine. And you just have to figure out the context of everything. And for that, I enjoyed it. Had I realised it was this short, I probably would have been a little bit more patient with when I took nudges. I will say, I think it was it could have done with just a little bit more in terms of like lore. Like the desks with the free sheets was very like, here's your story, they're right here. But it also didn't do a Quern thing well. It's just like, well, I just think it's a bad story. It's not that. It's just a bit not basic. I wish, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to know the difference between how I'm supposed to know which place takes you to the good ending, which place takes you to the bad ending. But yes, I'll sleep on this as well. This has been a part of my... I wasn't expecting to complete this. Tuesday, Monday, Muddle and Mystery Adventures. And it won't take me long to install. We're going to start Gabriel Knight in like 5 minutes. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I've been the John Struct. I've been having a Haven Moon adventure. Farewell. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I will say, there was at least one more game I found, which was in the same conversation as Quern and Haven Moon. And perhaps we'll return there after Gabriel Knight.